Welcome there everyone. Myself Surendra. I am from NewZen Infotech. Today I am going to explain very interesting and important concept, that is multithreading. Multithreading. Before going to multithreading, first we are going to discuss about multitasking. What is multitasking? That we will discuss now. Multitasking. Multitasking is nothing but executing several tasks simultaneously is nothing but multitasking. Okay, na? Executing several tasks simultaneously is nothing but multitasking. For the best example for multitasking is students. For example, while listening the class, students is listening the class and at a time listening the class and at a time they are taking running notes also. They are taking running notes, listening the class, and they are taking running notes. And sometimes they will check mobiles also, checking mobiles, and suddenly one beautiful girl enters into the class. So all heads will be turned. So like observing surroundings. Okay, na? So here the main concept is the students is sitting in the class and listening the classes and taking a running notes and checking the mobiles and observing the surroundings. Okay, na? So this is a multitasking, executing several tasks at a time simultaneously is nothing but multitasking. Here, the multitasking is again classified into two types. There are two types of multitasking: process-based multitasking and thread-based multitasking. Okay, now process-based multitasking and thread-based multitasking. Now we are going to discuss about first one, process-based multitasking. So what is a process-based multitasking? The process-based multitasking is nothing but executing several tasks simultaneously. Each and every task is separate independent process is nothing but process-based multitasking. For example, the process-based multitasking, the best example is, for example, one student is executing the code or typing the code in a notepad or Eclipse, and simultaneously is listening the music also. Listening music, and at a time he can download the files also. Downloading files from internet. Okay, na? Here, typing the code in a notepad and listening the music and downloading the files, executing several tasks, and each and every task is a separate independent process. This is the best example for process-based multitasking. Okay, now this process-based multitasking is best suitable for OS level. This is not suitable for programming level. Here, if you want to do programming level, then we'll go with thread-based multitasking. Thread-based multitasking is nothing but executing several tasks simultaneously. Each and every task is a separate independent part of the same program. Okay, na? Executing several tasks simultaneously. Each and every task is a separate independent part of the same program is nothing but thread-based multitasking. If you want, I will give you one best example for thread-based multitasking. For example, here I am executing some 10,000 lines of code. This is some 10,000 lines of Java code. In that 10,000 lines of Java code, to execute this code, it will take some 10 hours time. For example, assume that to execute this 10,000 lines of Java code, it will take some 10 hours time. But here, this code I am divided into two parts. For example, this is some 5,000 lines of code. This is some 5,000 lines of code. Okay, now to execute this 5,000 lines of code, it will take 5 hours time. To execute this 5,000 lines of code, it will take some 5 hours time. But here the main concept is this part and this part. There is no dependency. Okay, there is no dependency between this task and this task. So here the concept is executing several tasks simultaneously. each and every task is a separate independent process of same program is nothing but thread based multitasking. Okay, now here I am executing this program. It will take 5 hours. It will take 5 hours. So here I am executing two tasks at a time simultaneously. Okay, now here I am executing two tasks simultaneously. So how much time it will take? 10 hours time. I am reducing just 5 hours only. 5 hours only. Why? Because I am creating for this task one thread, for this task also one thread, T1 and T2. So I am executing these two tasks at a time. So it will reduce the time 10 hours to 5 hours only. Here, the main concept of multi-threading, okay, now the main concept of multi-threading is to reduce the response time, and increase the system performance. Okay, now the main concept of multi-threading is reduce the response time and increase the system performance.